A special thanks to our sponsors. Hey everybody, welcome back to Spars Outdoors, and I just want to go over a few things that's coming up. You know, we got spring coming up. There's still some ice. I'll talk about that in my fishing report when that comes up. The weather at night is going to be dropping down in the 20s, and it's going to keep those canals locked up. It will, and we'll talk about that another time, but I want to talk about spring fishing. I want to give you guys some tips and some tricks and some tactics that's going to help your success. So I want to cover walleyes, and I want to cover crappies, and I also want to talk about turkey hunting and what's coming up with that, and some exciting news for you guys. So let's just get right into it. I want to explain some of the things I do that help my success, and I'm not saying that I'm better than the next guy, because I'm not. It's just what I use works, so I want to share that with you guys like I have the whole time. You know, I've said it from day one. This is going to be a 100% honest fishing channel, and that's what this is going to be. It's going to be a 100% honest hunting channel. This is exactly what it's going to be. I'm not going to lie to nobody. I'm not going to sit here and sell products. I'm going to only use products that work. As some of you have seen, some of my sponsors that I dropped off because their products didn't work. And another guy dropped off because he wanted me to get rid of the sponsors when their products did work, and that wasn't going to happen. So anyways, let's just get right into the topic of walleye. Walleye fishing, everybody loves to walleye fish. Everybody thinks of, when they think of walleye, they think of whipping and jigging. And that's just that. They think of whipping, jigging, trolling for them. You know, that around St. Clair River where I fish, though, we don't really troll them walleyes. They do up in Lake Huron. And I'm going to talk about spring coho, too. We do a lot of trolling for the cohos and the salmon species, and we get walleyes mixed in with that, too. But typically, when you talk about Port Huron and the surrounding areas, everybody's casting, jigging, whipping, hand lining. You know, those are the four top ways to do it, or pulling crawler harnesses later in the year when they start. And I'm just going to get into the stuff as we go here. As you know, Thump 'em and Eagle One are sponsors of mine. Their products work. Thump 'em, if you didn't know, which I'm sure you did, they make the split tails in the 3.75 inch, and great colors. They've got tons. This color, oh man, the purple dynamite. I caught a ton of walleyes on that purple dynamite last year. Eagle One, they've got the more, you know, average look of the split tails, but they've got tons of colors. They've got good colors. Check them out too. I'll be running both, always do. You know, and you just run them on a 1 ounce jig head. You know, 1 ounce. If you got a south wind and you're jigging, you know, you can get away with a half ounce. I've got down where I've used 3/8 heads and pounded walleyes. Thump 'em also is making a 2 inch. You guys just gotta go check them out. Casting Thump 'em's work, jigging Thump 'em's work. They just work. Same thing with the ice baits right into the spring for the crappie, and they have a little bit bigger size too. You guys just gotta check them out to know what they have. I have some of their stuff. I'm not gonna go everything I have of theirs. Check them out yourself. And you get a lot for you're paying less and getting more for their products. That's why I love these guys, and they work. They're proven to work, and they're durable. The Thump 'ems, you guys know, you can take them here. I'll show you right now. They're a very durable bait. You can take these things and twist the heck out of them. Just keep twisting and keep twisting and keep twisting and keep twisting and keep twisting. It goes right back into shape, you know. And no matter what, you just keep twisting and twisting and twisting and twisting until it looks like a dang spiral, and let it go. It goes right back into shape. Very durable bait. So I'm going to go over a little bit of there's some of the baits I use. Well, there's most of the baits I use. The presentation means everything. This is what people don't get, you know. Everybody thinks that you got to jig the same way, you got to bounce that bottom and blah, 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 blah right down. And no. I've caught many fish in the middle of the water column jigging. You just act like that's the bottom. You just literally act like the middle of the water column's the bottom. And jig. That's from shore, you know. Same thing with the boat, though. It works the same way in the boat. And I boat and shore fish. I love it. I love both of them, so I'm going to keep doing both of them. Anyhow, when you're jigging, it's about presentation. It is 100% about presentation and how you present that bait to that fish. And that's what's going to trigger you more strikes. Jig head color means nothing. So you can have, and I don't care what people say, jig head color is for the fisherman. Now, bait color, that does matter. It matters a lot of times. But mostly, colors are for the fisherman, not the fish. I use mostly the natural colors, the bait fish colors. Bait fish are transparent, so you want to try to get the baits that are kind of transparent, you know, and that's all fish, you know. So you look at an emerald shiner in the sunlight, you'll see them. Little crappies, little bluegills, they're transparent when you hit them in the sun. So you want to use baits that are natural. I use the more natural look baits. When it comes to whipping, I use them John Latham Custom. Sean, you want to go grab me a couple of those off there so I can show them some colors that he got? If you don't know who John Latham is, he's one of the best painters. He is the best painter, I should say, that I've ever seen. Period. Hands down, best Rapala painter. And he does bandits, he does bombers, he does anything you want him to paint, he will paint. So, not the spoons though. He won't do the spoons too much. Only for me, because I begged him, and my wife was like, John, paint some colors, and he did. But check this. I mean, when you're talking to John Latham Custom, you're getting that. I mean, you're just getting, and that's not silver on the side. That's gold. That's crazy. That's a crazy looking color. That's gonna work good. I know that color works good. I've caught fish on it. This guy, you know, the F9s, the F11s. I mean, the in-depth details that he puts into his Rapalas. Look at these, and just check these out. Check these guys out. Just amazing. The in-depth colors that he does. Look at this guy. I'm gonna pound him on that one. The in-depth colors that he does, and you guys know that purple and chrome's always been hot. Look at the touch that he adds to this Rapala. I mean, look at that purple and chrome. Find that somewhere, you know. This man, John Latham, is hands down the best Rapala painter. And for those of you that like some of the crazier colors, you know, you get into crazy stuff like that purple and pink and yellow and chartreuse and red. It's all in one bait, and UV. You hit them with the UV light and they go different colors. Crazy, crazy, crazy. This one right here is a killer, and everybody that has them probably knows. They probably have one of these in their box already. That is a bad boy. That is a bad boy. I'll catch hundreds of fish on all these. I mean, look at I'm just going to show you. Anyways, John Latham, his custom Rapalas, if you're whipping or you're fishing with the big rods from shore, you want to have those in your arsenal. It's going to guarantee you more success, 100%. I'm going to do a seminar where I talk about this stuff. You know, I'm going to do a seminar where I talk about what lures I use, what line I use, what rods I use for jigging, what lures I'm using, what baits, you know, all of it. I'm going to do a seminar. I don't know if I'm going to do that at Jay's Marine yet. I think I'm going to talk to them about it. If not, I'm going to do one somewhere. It's going to be fun, and I hope to see everybody there. Don't know when yet, but it will be coming up before the spring fishing starts. Now let's get right into crappie fishing. Everybody loves to go catch crappies. I know that. And crappie in the spring is my favorite. I hit all the log jams. I hit right along my local creeks and in the Black River and even in the Lake Huron. A lot of people don't know about that. Lake Huron holds some nice crappies, and I got some spots I get them at. And I use my ice rods. My longer ice rods. The biggest rod, I do have a rod that's 4 foot. It's not an ice rod. It's a micro. It's a micro spin, and very, very ultralight. It's super ultralight. But I like using my ice rods because I can take a 2 millimeter tungsten and I can pull back and I can fling that out and I can get it in. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I can get those same ice baits to just sink slowly, kind of pop that rod tip, and then crappie just gobble it up. You'll see your line just shooting right or shooting left or taking off, and you just kind of set that hook, and then you're getting big slabs, you know, and that's my favorite. I love crappie fishing. Absolutely love it. Another thing I want to talk about right here, I had to come back and do this on this video, is the reason I say that drop. Because as the sun comes up, the zooplankton, the algae off the docks and structure, it's kind of fluttering, and everything, and all the small freshwater shrimp, they start sinking down as that sun comes up. That's why that drop is the absolute way you want to fish those crappies. So that's something to look forward to, what's coming up. And you'll get some big panfish. You get bluegills and crappies, and you'll get big perch mixed in. That is some of the funnest fishing, and it's coming soon. It's coming sooner than it usually does. So this was a great year. People don't realize it. We did a lot of ice fishing. You know, we had a great ice season. And a lot of people are like, man, I only got it one time. Well, and I understand. I understand you're not going to risk going out on that sketchy ice, you know, like I do. And I praise you guys for that, for not being dumb. You know, I'm not saying I'm dumb. I'm just saying I take those risks when I probably shouldn't. I'm actually going to go down tomorrow, I think, and I'm going to try to get on that ice again. So we'll see. We'll see. we'll see. We'll see what happens. But if not, you know what? Spring fishing's coming, and it's going to be a fun time. I love crappies, I love walleyes, and I love those spring coves. And let's talk about that. We'll get into my lure companies here as that time comes up. But spring cohos trolling, I'm going to be doing a giveaway where somebody gets to go out with me trolling. Going to be getting into some tournaments this year. Going to be a fun time. Fun time. I love trolling for cohos, but then we got the turkey season, and that right there is my absolutely hands down favorite is turkey hunting. One of my sponsors, Fat Dog Outdoors, is making me a call, and I'm going to put a picture. It's a rough copy. It's just a start of what they're going to do. They're making me a popular pot call that's acrylic, and it has my logo on it with a turkey. It's bad to the bone, and it's going to be available for you guys to buy with a discounted price and a discount code. So that's going to be available on their website. But first, I told them I want to get the call to my house. I want to make some sounds with it, show you guys exactly what that call sounds like. And they're making me a box call too. Love those. Sometimes they just work great, you know. And I'm going to show you guys what they sound like. But they're going to be available on FatDogOutdoors.com's website for you guys, my viewers, to order and have the same exact call that I'm using. And like I said. And I want to thank Fat Dog Outdoors for that. But I'll put the picture in this video as well. As you can see behind me, I love the turkey hunt. I love it. I absolutely love it. My wife shot the second biggest turkey by female in 2021. She shot a monster. My dad's got I think it still is. It might be the third now, but it was the second biggest multi-beard turkey ever shot in St. Clair and Sanilac County. And he held that for a long time. He's got the whole certificate. My wife does too, but I don't know if that's been beat yet. I haven't really looked into it. My theory is if it comes in and that beard's swinging, it's getting shot. And a lot of people always go, well, I want to shoot a 4-year-old bird. Hey, you can't tell if that bird's 4 or 3 or 2 because I've seen birds with 12-inch beards be 2 years old and have little spurs, little hooks on them. That's a 2-year-old bird, not very big, 18, 17-pound bird, you know. And then I've shot birds that have had 8-inch beards. That, right... I'll show you. I'll point him out. He's right here. This beard here. Okay? It's 9 1/4 inches long. That beard right there is 9 1/4 inches long, but it had 2-inch spurs. That's an older bird. So if that rope comes in swinging, bang. Let's talk about bow or gun hunting. I've shot many with a bow. I've shot many with a gun. I like shooting them with a gun. I might shoot one with a bow. Who knows? I did it all. If it's your preference, you do what you want to do. Maybe we'll do both on film. Get one of the kids shooting one with a gun, and I'll shoot one with a bow, or vice versa. And it's just gonna be a fun time. My kids are animals when it comes to turkey hunting. They love it. They can't wait for that. It's just something about that turkey gobbling on roost and coming in. You can hear that thunder, and you can feel it in your body. You can hear it when it, you can feel it when it gobbles, and that is just beautiful. It's heart pumping, and it's just. I'm excited. I'm so excited that it's coming up. I can't wait. Now I'm going to go over some tricks for that turkey hunting that I'm going to give you real quick. Some tips, I should say, that's going to help your success in the turkey woods. Roost them. Before you go out hunting, roost them. Try to anyways. At least try to find out where they're roosting. Don't try to get too close to the roost. 100 yards is maximum what I'll do. I'll get within 100 yards. I'll stay inside the timber because them turkeys are always looking down and going way before dark, before they even wake up, and get set up. That way you can get a decoy in a field or something. And that's my first tip. Don't try to get too close to the roost because you bust a roost, it's game over. They'll go find somewhere else to roost. I've watched it happen many times. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2, don't overcall. You let that bird tell you when to call. Let them gobble on roost. Don't sit there and call at them while they're on roost. Do a fly down cackle about fly down time. That's it. Don't do anything else. I'm telling you, it works. Don't do anything else. Do a fly down cackle right about fly down time. About 5 minutes before that. That way they're looking down your way. Once them turkeys start thundering up and they're gobbling in the tree, and you got your decoy in the field and you do a fly down cackle, they'll look over there and they'll see that decoy, and most of the time they're going to fly right into your spread. So that's what you want. Don't overcall. Once the birds hit the ground, sometimes they fly the other way, and a lot of guys just sit there and call because they're gobbling back. Call because they're gobbling back. But they're getting farther and farther and farther away. If you notice that, just stop calling. That bird's on hens. He's not paying no attention to your call. He's just gobbling, shot, gobble. That's all it is. Now, if you hit the call and he's getting closer, don't just keep hitting it. You know, do a little purr, a little cluck here and there. Make sure he's still getting closer because he'll answer to you. If he's hot and he's ready, he'll answer to that call. So you just give it a couple clucks, a couple purrs. I'll go over demonstrations with the call when I get it. But I've got calls I can do it right now, but I'm not gonna. Don't overcall. That's tip number 2. You let that turkey tell you what exactly he's doing. You know. If he's going farther away, don't sit there and hack at him a bunch of times because he is gonna just keep going the other way, and you're gonna and they're gonna get call shy, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that, especially when I got 8 people I take turkey hunting. We're trying not to get those birds call shy at all. Tip number 3: take a backpack, which I do. My calls are in my backpack, but when I take a backpack, make sure you pack it with water, pack a sandwich in there, a banana, whatever. Just make sure you got some food and some water because I'm telling you, make sure you got water on you. That's my 3rd and final tip I'm going to give you. You're going to want to have water because a lot of times things don't go as planned. A lot of times they do, but a lot of times they don't go as planned, and you're up and you're running the gun and trying to get ahead of that bird. So that's what I got for you for the turkey hunting tips and tricks right now. And I got a giveaway coming up tonight. It's Valentine's Day. I got some stuff I'm doing with my beautiful wife. I got a giveaway coming up tonight. It's going to be for a turkey chair. Whoever wins that chair, it's going to have your name on it. It's going to have my Spars Outdoors logo with the turkey on it, which I'll show in this video as well. So whoever wins that, I'm going to kind of do the same thing. I'm going to have my mom or my brother or my wife or whoever's on there pick the winner. Somebody in my family is going to pick the winner because I'm not going to give stuff away to my family members. They like to watch it, and they're always like, why don't I ever win? Well, your family. You know, I can come down and I'll give you one. So I'm going to do a turkey chair giveaway. It's got a pouch in the front where you can stack some calls in there, water, whatever. It's going to be personalized with your name on it. It's going to be a fun giveaway. I'm going to keep doing these giveaways. And please, guys, keep liking, keep watching, keep subscribing. Watch my videos fully. Get that. Give me those watch hours that I need. Tell your friends, your family, get them to subscribe. This is a fun channel. I'm going to keep it fun and action-packed the whole year, just as I promised. Everything I promised, I want to keep doing. So I want to thank everybody again for watching Spars Outdoors. I'm going to do that seminar. I'm going to have it recorded too, so if you can't make it, you'll still see it. But, you know, it's better to be there live because I might toss some baits. I might toss some rods. You never know what I'm going to do. You never know what I'm going to do. I might toss some stuff out there for you guys. So, anyways, keep on liking, keep on watching, keep on subscribing, and thanks for watching Spars Outdoors.